This is the second part. This is the second recording on the first subchapter, when it is time to deal with examples. And what you're having in front of your eyes here is a 4-hour chart on the Great-Britain pound US dollar, and this is a typical example of 5 waves down, corrected with three waves to the downside. So I would say based on what previously mentioned. So starting from this moment, so from this low here, I would say that this would be a first wave to the upside. Let me take the vertical line from here because I just wanted you to see the starting point from the count. Then the second wave would be like this, second. Then the third wave should be like this, the third wave. Then the third wave here is being corrected by a fourth wave. And then you have a new high for the fifth wave. So there you go, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these 5 waves are being corrected with three different waves, A and the B and the C. Now, as you can see, I chose this example. This is not a current price action or price structure. I chose this example carefully. You have to imagine that you don't know the price action on the right side here, so you are just looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and A, B, C to the downside in terms of an impulsive move or leading down to the upside, corrected with 3 waves down. Now, normally. And from this comes the complexity of the Elliott waves theory, is that this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 normally they make on a wave of a higher degree only the first wave of a higher degree like this. So probably only wave 1 out of a higher degree, and this A, B, C would be the correction of a higher degree level like this, so it would be the second wave like this. Or this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 might be only the end of an A wave and this the end of a B wave. It depends very much on what kind of a structure you are looking at, and you will see more details regarding this on the future chapters. Now, if this is valid on a move to the upside, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that make one wave of a higher degree, it is the same is valid for the internal structure or each and every wave from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black. Now, this is a 4-hour chart, but if you go on a 1-hour chart or on a 30-minute chart or on a 5-minute chart and you go at these internal structures here, you see that the third wave to the upside normally should be formed out of 5 smaller different waves, probably like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 of a smaller degree, so of an even smaller degree you are looking at. Let's say, I don't know, let's make 1 and of 9 and blue, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, corrected with A, B, and C. So again, five waves up black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, corrected with A, B, C black, A, B, C. 5 waves up blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of a smaller degree, corrected with A, B, C. Well, you see, this structure here makes only the move up and the correction for the third and the fourth wave, but the entire structure here makes the move up and the correction for the first and the second wave of a higher degree. And this would most likely be part of an entire move to the upside that is like this, of an even higher degree. Now, this is the complexity of the Elliott waves theory, and in order to understand it, you need to follow the rules carefully and not to be, let's say, to be lost in details. Now, 5 waves up, corrected with three waves down, and you might say, okay, this is a move up to the downside, so 1, 2, and then we can go and continue the count on the right side, just like that. Well, it's not necessarily the truth. 5 waves up may be part of an impulsive move. They may be part only at the beginning of a correction move. So, for example, this to be an A wave like this. So this to be an A, like a correction. Then a B wave like this, and this to be a C wave to the upside. So actually this move to be A, B, C, and to correct the move of a previous higher degree. But that would come when we will look at different degrees and different counting techniques. Now, based on this one, the 5 waves up to the upside are usually being called impulsive moves. It is not necessarily for this to be an impulsive move. It might be a leading diagonal, for example, and the ABC is being called the corrective move. So one move to the upside or to the downside, it is being just corrected by another move. Now, Elliott waves theory is concentrating mainly on impulsive and corrections, or moves to one direction that are corrected with moves into the other direction. The complexity of the Elliott wave comes from the different degrees that the wave comes, and this complexity is being given by the type of the corrections. Now, for this correction here, I mean, for this particular example, this looks like an A, B, C, but this looks like a flat. Now, there are a lot of flats, a type of flats you will see later. You will see later in our journey that this might be, for example, an elongated flat or just a common flat. There are also running flats. There are double corrections, triple corrections, double combinations, triple combinations, and the list can go on and on. But depending very much on the rules you are respecting and the rules you are looking at, then you will have more clues. For example, if this B wave, because this B wave retraces that much out of the previous wave A here, then this is indicative of a flat, and you are looking here for the C wave to come in the form of an impulsive move, because a flat has the structure of 3, 3, 5. There is 3 waves here, 3 waves here, and 5 waves to the downside. So depends very much. Now this was an example on cable, but also, for example, this is the euro dollar. This is still 1 hour chart, and this is an example to the downside, in the sense that you have a nice 5 waves to the downside, like 1, 2, this is the second wave, and the third wave, like this, then the fourth wave, and the fifth wave here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the downside, and then you have a nice A, B, C. So A, B, and C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. So 5 waves to the downside now, and corrected with a nice A, B, C. Now this is the principle of Elliott waves. The thing is that if you are, this is a 1 hour chart, but if you are zoom out, for example, you are see that this one small little wave, 5 waves down, corrected with 3 to the upside, it is just being part out of a whole structure of a different degree. And in order to label this one properly, you need to go on a daily and weekly or even monthly chart to do this. But this is being called top-down analysis, and you will see later in this course how to do it. So you had 2 examples now for the beginning. Remember, we are at the beginning of this course. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC for the euro dollar, and on the next recording we're going to take a look at another example on the Australian dollar, US dollar, and then we will move along.